Hey y'all, Anime Obachan here, ready to talk to you about anime. Okay, picture it. New Rochelle, New York, 1966. 4-year-old me is in daycare at this nice lady's house. I don't remember her at all. In fact, there are only two things I remember from that time. The first one is, if I knew you were coming, I'd have baked a cake, baked a cake. Baked a cake, if I knew you were coming, I'd have baked a cake. How'd you do, how'd you do, how'd you do? This one kid kept playing that record over and over and over. I can still see the purple label on the record. I don't know what that child thought was so great about it, but it's been burned into my brain for 60 years. The other thing I remember is Gigantor. Well, not in the episodes, but I do remember that theme song.
Gigantor, the space-age robot, is at your command. Gigantor, the space-age robot, his power is in your hand. Bigger than big, taller than tall, quicker than quick, stronger than strong, ready to fight for right against all. Gigantor, Gigantor, Gigantor.
So, in the last few years, I've been going back and searching up these old animes to see what's available. And of course, the internet is awesome, and almost everything is available in some form. Everyone seems to agree that the Gigantor theme is the GOAT. That's right. It's a very memorable theme song. But it's still a primitive form of anime. The first one had only premiered like a few years before, and you may have heard of Astro Boy, yeah? Unlike Gigantor, he had remakes and revivals. Although recently I did look it up, Gigantor did have a remake back in this, I think in the 80s. Nobody watched it. However, I did not watch Astro Boy. It was a little before my time. It was either that or just not shown on WPIX, Channel 11 in New York. But while primitive, both Astro Boy and Gigantor are still cool. The biggest problem is that they are black and white, but it's only a problem for younger folks who never had to watch black and white TV like we did. In '67, we had a black and white TV. My mom wanted a color one because they were out by then. So when I, in my childish artistic period, colored all over it in purple marker, my mom cleaned the screen and colored all around the edge like a little frame in that same color. And voila, color TV. My mom was funny that way. We didn't have to wait much longer for color TV. My mom bought one soon after that, probably because she wanted to watch Star Trek in color. More about that and my mom and Star Trek and all that in other videos. But back to Gigantor. Check this out. Look familiar? It's not Gigantor himself. It's an enemy robot. But doesn't it look like the early Gundams? I mean, we're looking at the inception of mecha anime. And the beginning of my love for the subgenre. Did I just do that? So on to the other 60s shows. A few years later, my favorite anime was Kimba the White Lion.
Kimba, 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 who lives down in deepest, darkest Africa? Who's the one who brought the jungle fame? Who's the king of animals in Africa? Kimba the White Lion is his name. When we get in trouble and we're in a fight, who's the one who just won't turn and run? Who believes in doing good and doing right? Kimba the White Lion is the one.
I absolutely loved Kimba. Probably because he was a cat and I was a baby cat lady in training. I love cats. All cats. No cat was safe on my route to school. I talked to all of them and I petted most of them. Any cat come near me, we were going to be friends. And we usually had at least one pet cat in the house. Even so, I recently watched the first episode of Kimba and found it a bit distressing. They killed off his mom, or at least she seems to be killed off. I don't know if she comes back later. Maybe she does. I was traumatized by Bambi just a few years earlier. Disney loves killing parents, and poor Bambi lost both of them, and I'm pretty sure I cried my eyes out in the theater. It was awful. I hated it. I haven't watched it again since then. Ick. But Kimba kept my attention. First, it was in color. Hey. Second, it had very simple plots, easy for children to understand. But most importantly, Kimba was so dang cute. Look at this. Is that the cutest thing ever, or what? There's another anime I watched but had completely forgotten about until I was browsing about on YouTube, and that's Marine Boy. The theme song is only vaguely familiar, and I couldn't tell you what the show's premise was, except that he's in the ocean and he talks to dolphins. Apparently it didn't last long. I only include it here because I know I watched it. Did I like it? I don't know. I was a little kid. I spent a lot of time in front of the TV. I watched whatever was on. I liked whatever was on. I cannot remember just going, ooh, eek, ick, I'm not watching that. You just sit down in front of the TV and you watch TV. The only cartoons I got excited about, though, were Saturday morning cartoons. The networks used to hype them up before the start of the season in September. And they would have this preview show during prime time. And we all, yeah, get us all excited. You know, we'd be all excited for the Saturday morning shows and we'd get up early. Great. My favorites, Scooby-Doo, the Banana Splits, which wasn't a cartoon, H.R. Puff and stuff, also not a cartoon, and Josie and the Pussycats. Ah, yes. Josie and the Pussycats. And then I'm sure there were some others that may or may not come to me later. I don't know. So Marine Boy was an afternoon show, short-lived and not very memorable. It was on around the same time as Flipper, the live-action show about a cute dolphin. That I remember. Now we come to the one 60s anime that everyone knows. I dare say it is what started the international anime popularity. I mean, I'm sure everybody could argue about that. Fight me in the comments, that's fine. I don't have a strong opinion about that one way or the other. But
here comes Speed Racer. He's a demon on wheels. He's a demon and he's gonna be chasing after someone. He's gaining on you, so you better look alive. He's busy revving up the powerful Mach 5. And when the odds are against him and there's dangerous work to do, he bet your life, Speed Racer, see it through. Go Speed Racer, go Speed Racer, go Speed Racer, go! He's up and flying as he guns a car around the track. He's jamming down the pedal like he's never coming back. Adventure's waiting just ahead. Go Speed Racer, go Speed Racer, go Speed Racer, go!
Yeah, I did like Speed Racer. I remember actually watching it. I liked Speed. He was a cool enough character. But I liked Racer X better. Mysterious mass driver who showed up when Speed needed him the most. And spoilers, he was his brother. That was just cool. And because I was always a contrary little girl, I really liked cars and races. I was not a typical girl, though I suppose I could have been considered a tomboy, but if so, I wasn't a really good one. I did not go out and play ball or climb trees or any of that stuff. I spent too much time reading, watching TV, and avoiding people. In my defense, I didn't like dolls. I only wanted trucks and stuffed animals. So I think the only doll I had was a Raggedy Ann doll, which is the same as the Annabelle doll. I'm pretty sure it's the same one. I never liked it. Anyway, here's a clip that I really think shows why Speed Racer was so popular. It's from an episode about a mammoth car. This ridiculously long and large vehicle that was pitted against Speed in a high-stakes race. Look at this thing. It's actually quite terrifying. How can Speed have won against it?
Here comes the mammoth car again. I've got to find some way to stop it. I'm going to try to rip those tires off.
Tell me. Look at it. Anyway, it reminds me of a movie that scared the crap out of me when I was a kid. I remember watching on TV with my mom. It's called Duel. Some of you may know this, but I'm sure most of you don't. It was directed by Steven Spielberg, starring Fritz Weaver and a 1955 Peterbilt truck. Weaver, as David Mann, makes the mistake of passing this truck, which pisses off the driver, who we never see. It's the truck trying to kill David Mann, not the driver.
Okay. You want to play games? Get back in the bus, please. Please, come on, back in the bus.
A nail-biter movie that few people remember anymore. Getting back to anime. In the 60s, it was young. It was wholesome. It was for kids. At least the ones exported to the US were. I'm not an anime historian, so I don't know if the shows the Japanese were watching were any different. Maybe someone can fill us in the comments, I don't know, and maybe I can do some research and go back and do some anime history. But honestly, there are plenty of anime histories on YouTube. Go search. So yeah. So that's my cats. So if you like this video, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, do all those things that you're supposed to do with a YouTube video. I do intend to post more videos about anime, about sci-fi, and basically just about anything my aging ADHD brain wants to reminisce about. So, later.